How's it going, Dazzlers? Welcome back to Daz Games and another Daz Watches. I've made progress on the Daz Watches front. We'll talk about that just for a sec. Copyright, blah, 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 all this great. TLC seem to be fine with YouTubers using their stuff, but anything else, you know, you get... But I have access to a new library, okay, shall we call it. So hopefully there'll be more frequent Daz Watches on the channel. But until then, let's get on with today's video. Make believe. Don't really know what else to say for this one. We all played with toys when we were younger. Sometimes they were our best friends. In my case, where I grew up, I'd rather be friend with my sock than actual human contact. Today's video is called Woman Who Chooses Puppet Over Her Fiancé. It's another My Strange Addiction from the My Strange Addiction series. You guys love these. And this woman apparently is choosing to favour her puppet that she controls over her friends, family, and her fiancé. To be honest, at this point, I don't blame her. I would much rather date a puppet than someone else. At least you'd have control of what comes out of their mouth. Let's watch the video! April spends 80 hours a week working with her puppets. That's more than 4,000 hours a year. She has more than one puppet? I thought she only had one.
She always has the doll with her. It's just ridiculous. It would be nice to spend time with just April.
Please say it's not in the bag. Is it that big? Oh god, imagine just going through the park and someone just gets a body out. Do you know what? That's quite common where I grew up.
And have her leave the doll at home. Which of your babies is in the suitcase now?
As a matter of fact, May, she's wanted to say hi. Like, hello, how's you doing?
No! It looks like Trisha Paytas! It actually kind of looks like her. Like the owner. Is it meant to look like her? Why do her feet look like rolling pins? And what's with the voice?
Wanted to say hi. Like, hello, how's you doing?
Alright, the point of ventriloquism... I can't say it. Ventriloquism. I don't know. Do you know. The point of being a ventriloquist is basically to have your lips completely not moving, seamless, and the voice to come out as if you were actually speaking. I'm gonna give it a go. Feel like I need a puppet. I just realised I'm not a crazy blonde bitch in New York. I don't have a puppet. One sec. Alright. Alright, let's give this a go. Let's see if I can do it. Hello. How are you today? I'm a sock. I can't do it. I gave it a shot.
I've been good.
May thinks that my sister's intimidated by her looks. I just think she feels that she's being replaced, and that's really hard for her.
Intimidated by her looks? If you're gonna have a puppet, why would you choose one that looks like a prostitute? Look at it. And it's kind of scary how real she thinks this puppet is.
Handing my mouth, come on.
I don't know if I want to.
Put your hand in my mouth. Put your hand in my mouth. Do it!
How does that work with dating? Like, because
Most guys probably like it, to be honest. Put it in my mouth! Do it! Do it! Do it! Oh my god, imagine taking that on a date. Imagine if I let a sock puppet take over Daz Games. How's it going, Dazzlers? Welcome back to Sock Games and another Sock Watches. Today, we're going to be looking at Nike shoes. Yes, Nike shoes that I can stick my face into. It's Sock Watches. Sarah, would you like a mint?
I'm gonna soccer punch you.
Okay, good. Wait. What the fuck are you doing? We're looking at Nike shoes. What are you doing? I'm trying to record on my channel. Get out the way. You know when you just... you know, you just do something, and then you see yourself from, you know, the outer person. I just realised I'm in my office on a sunny day talking to my hand. Anyway, that's enough for that. Let's get on with the video.
Your first date.
You're not Gargle Walter, so just like shut it.
Like, do you
May,
go?
you can't talk like that to my sister. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can.
Can I talk to you, not the puppet?
I'm sorry. She's just having a day.
Oh, someone's having a day. This is what happens, and I've said this in previous videos. A sip of tea. If you let people's mental health run amok. I don't care if this is deemed as kink shaming or I don't know, it's not really kink, is it? Is it? I don't know. But like, say something early on. Like, don't let it carry on because you're not being nice. You're just enabling shit.
I worry about April in relationships because to, you know, whip out a puppet and it seems like a moderately awkward dynamic.
Okay, I don't know why, but it just seems to me like the sister's acting. I don't know why. It's just like she's overdoing it, isn't she? Is this real or is this a fake one?
Maybe things would be easier if you know, didn't have to always carry around like a heavy puppet.
You know what, Brenna?
Like,
No. Seriously, bye.
No, I'm just trying to be a good sister. Like I want to make your life easy.
No, apologize to May.
I'm sorry, May.
May can't hear you. She's in a coffin. This can't be real. This can't be.
I know that in order to stay close to her, I can't tell her me or the puppets.
Well, no, you just burn the puppet. Like, you're not seen Annabelle? Burn it. That enough, like, belief goes into that doll. It's going to come to life and it's going to demand you get in her mouth, apparently.
I worry as a mom. I worry about her not having health insurance, and
But that's your worry. She's worried her daughter doesn't have health insurance. To be honest, a little bit of health insurance may come in handy at the moment for this woman. I bet the puppet has health insurance.
I worry like 24 hours a day. I'm gonna take my mom to a theater where she's gonna see me rehearse.
Okay, so she's actually putting it into some sort of career. It's not just, you know, delusion. She's actually doing a stage show.
May, I'm so glad that you're standing next to me. Don't I look skinnier already?
It's not good, is it? Jesus.
Well, May, you can go to hell. Sorry, wouldn't want to sit in your audience. Oh.
You don't have an audience. There's no one there but your mum. God damn it, it's primary school play all over again.
Like the flow of those, Mom?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I want for my daughter what every mother wants. I want her to have 2.5 kids and a good husband.
You want 2.5 kids? Am I being stupid? Wait a second. 2.5 kids. You want 2.5? So one, you just want what? You want the torso of a baby or something? What the hell's that? 0.5 kids. What does half a kid mean? That's just stupid. Alright, it just sounds like she wants half an infant.
You know, I want her to have that full life. Have you thought about spending less time with the puppets?
Mom, I thought we discussed this. You weren't going to ambush me on this visit.
Wait. I don't know where she got the accent from. It's like she's still talking as the puppet.
At some point in time, I'm thinking you might be tired of this.
I'm never going to get tired of my puppets, Mom. Ever.
A lot of mental health experts will say, you know, when she is addressing important topics that she doesn't want to face, she will look as far away like that as possible. And a lot of people do that when they're in denial because they can't, it's literally, that's where the definition of facing the truth comes from.
Mom brings up spending less time with the puppets. I feel like it's her way of saying, you're not the daughter I wanted.
It's not really that, love. It's just that in society, you're going to, like, crumble. She's actually being a good mum. There's a lot of denial here. I'd like to see a therapist talk to her.
I'm very proud of you. I want you to know that. You're an amazing person.
Please, Mom, stop crying. It's gonna mess up your eye makeup, and it's gonna mess up mine too.
I keep saying, where's plan B? And she says, there is no plan.
Should have taken plan B. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke! I'm joking! Come on! Little dark humor never hurt anyone.
It's a little upsetting.
People have been saying that I'm spending too much time with the puppets.
I'm walking through the park.
I think
Oh god, you're gonna be walking through an asylum if you keep it up.
it would be kind of a good idea to have someone look at all of you and make some recommendations.
Maybe I'll see, a therapist.
Yep. That's a 100% yep. I think even your puppets at this stage will agree with you.
And if I am becoming like that creepy ventriloquist woman, I don't want that either.
April's going to see a therapist today, and I'm kind of curious to see what they have to say, seeing that April takes me everywhere she goes.
Please don't take the puppet in. Actually, do you know what? Take the puppet in. He needs to see the root of this issue, like, firsthand. Get it? Firsthand? Because it's on her hand? Alright, that was a stretch. I'm allowed one dad joke a day, alright? That's the rule in this house.
I mean, granted, April is a little crazy. I know that because I live with her.
So how much time would you say you spent with them?
She's in the bag next to her. Like, all day.
A lot of time with them. I take them out in public with me. We sit in Times Square. People take photos with us. I'm bringing these guys to places to perform. I actually make my living singing telegrams, but I might get fired if I bring them to this.
What is that? Why do all these puppets look like they just watched the Ring video and survived? Look at it. Look, that one's neck's broken. These are hideously scary puppets.
Jobs.
So you seem very attached to them.
Yeah. This is Mae Wilson.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Here we go.
How are you doing?
Hi, May.
I'm here today because April is crazy.
This woman, this therapist right here, she went to college. She did so many years getting her degrees and getting to where she thought she wanted to be in life. And now she's locked in a room with this woman with a puppet talking to her like this. She's thinking about how much her parents spent on her tuition for this shit. It's all to lead up to this.
With her because I feel bad for her.
So May looks a lot like you, I noticed.
I pointed that out. See, I can do this shit.
Yeah, she's sort of the bad girl of the group.
Can we put May away and just talk between the two of us?
There we go. Straight away. Not addressing the issue, not feeding into it anymore. Not convincing this therapist that this is real.
Okay, bye, May.
Nice to meet you, May. So you are here because you want to possibly explore why.
See, I've always said, right, I will not date a woman who smiles too much. Won't do it. Look at that shit. She has no she's at therapy. No one smiles when they have to go to therapy. It's the same when you got to go to the dentist. If I sat in the dentist chair and I was like, ready to pull a fucking tooth, it'd send me out. It'd be like, no one's happy here. Stop it. Smiling too much is insane. No one's that happy. Smack a bitch out. But no. Get your happy ass away from me. That's too much smiling. That's crazy. My point is that if you smile too much, you're nuts. You means you're nuts. And in this case, it's right.
You have this behavior.
Yeah, I just, because I don't think I'm divorced from reality, but I just want to make sure that's not the case.
And do you find this to be a problem in your life?
No, I don't. I don't think it's a problem, but people think, I spend too much time with them. I'm not dating enough. I'm not going out enough. And my mom says to me the other day, like, I want you to spend less time with the puppets, and I want you to find a husband and, maybe, shovel snow and...
I think anyone has told her that it's important she shovels snow. That's not, I don't think it's actually that season, when this was filmed. Like, so... let's steer away from the shoveling snow. All the other stuff, yeah, it's important for people to have relationships, etc. It's why we could go to Mars right now, but astronauts alone with each other for 6 months, that is damaging. You need contact, you need stimulation. The mind is a fragile but strong thing. So yeah, she definitely needs to stop associating with puppets and more with real people, because real people give you feedback. They give you everything you're putting out, they give it back, and that's stimulation for the mind.
Rake leaves, and I don't like shoveling snow and raking leaves. That's why I moved to the city.
And so it doesn't get in the way of possibly dating or friendships or work?
Well, sometimes it does get in the way of dating, but I have to ask
all the time. All the time that gets in the way. Unless you meet another crazy puppet man, it's going to get in the way.
Myself, do I honestly want to be with those guys if they don't like something about me?
Hello, Mr. Cute. I'm talking to you. I party all the time. I don't sleep. And April, he's single.
I was engaged to a guy who, it was either him or the puppets. I am so...
And she, is not sitting next to her husband, is she? Unless he is also a puppet.
Glad I gave him up instead because he wanted me to change who I was. I am so glad I didn't.
So when you're out in public, are there any negative reactions towards May?
One time I was doing a trade show performance and a guy tried to have me arrested. And I actually really got into it with him. Sometimes
I don't know if she deserves to be arrested. I mean, she's not harming anyone. This is more about her personal life. Unless one of those puppets, like, you know, had a knife or some shit, which, you know, give it a few more years of this, the puppets may have knives in their hands. I've seen too many horror films.
it's like I always just want to tell them how I really think and feel about them. But I know that it's not always the most kind approach. But when May says it though, it's like, it's just like,
Yep, alright, I'm starting to see why she got arrested, okay? You can't just punch people in the face with your puppet, alright? That's quite hard as well.
you know, it's like it's okay for her to be mean. She can be as bad as she wants to be, and that's sort of cool.
Right, okay, because there's no
repercussion, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Almost living out an alternative life through the puppet. It's not just the connection to it. She can be a person she feels like she can't be within herself. It's almost like, because she has more than one puppet, May is obviously her favorite. It's almost like these different personalities represent emotions within her as well. That's quite a common thing.
These different puppets and these different personalities contain her emotion, and they possibly are containing her anger, sadness. So I'm just
Here you go. See? I told you. I've read a few books.
concerned that maybe you lean on them a little bit too much. Maybe we can look at and explore other ways to express yourself. Yoga, music, you know, something like that.
Dick. Just get a dick. Go get a big dick. Massive dick. Sometimes a dick is good, you know, it just changes perspective in life, you know? I wouldn't recommend that as a therapist. I just think she needs a good guy in her life that can steer her love for these puppets away with the dick. That's she needs vitamin D. That's what she needs.
I love to run. It calms me down, it clears my head.
So my recommendation would be to explore, you know, these issues with anger or the tolerance, so you don't always have to express yourself through the puppets. I definitely think April has a lot of work to do in the future, and it would be important for April to try to find her own voice.
It's a shame though, because like she doesn't want to have a problem. She wants this to be normal. She wants this to be accepted, and like I say, she's not really hurting anybody yet. But the more you separate your mind from the reality of a situation, like, you know, some guy is going to be in that bag. See that bag there? Right now that contains a puppet. What we don't want is a dude in there, chopped up, you know, in sections in that bag. That's what we don't want.
I feel the therapy session went well. I learned some things about myself. I don't see any reason to put the puppets aside or to spend any less time with them. If anything, I'm spending as much time with my children as possible.
Right, okay, see, now you're calling them children, right? That's where it becomes scary. I remember once growing up in the town of Hastings, there would be this woman in town, and she's dead now. And there was this story that went around, and unfortunately, it was very true. She would walk around, she literally with a trolley, she was homeless, she had all her belongings in it. I would always, you know, go up to her, and any money that I had, like, a couple of pound or whatever, I would think about her, and I would save it, and I would go and I'd give it to her. She had, like, this green, it was like a charity pot with a bit of string that was on her trolley, and the top had been melted off, and you could just put money in it. And I would always go and put money in and ask how she was. And in the trolley, she had like 5, I think it was like 9 or 8 like dolls. They were just like kids' toys, like dollies, you know, with like fake nappies and stuff on. And she earlier in life, there was a house fire, and she lost her children in the house fire. So she had literally lost her mind and would cart around these dollies, and she was homeless, and all that mattered to her was these dollies because they were her children in her head, because she couldn't accept the loss. It was a very well-known story at my school, and a lot of the kids were mean and would make fun, and I don't know, I've always hated making people feel awful. You know, if I've made someone feel bad, it's like my pet peeve. I'm like, fuck, I have to do something to change that. And I don't know, I just felt so sorry for her, and yeah, I'd always go and give her my spare money, whatever I could spare. I'd like just try and talk to her, and she seemed so normal. She just seemed fine when talking to her, but she just lived this very unfortunate life, and you can't imagine what people go through. And with this woman and her children and stuff like that, it kind of reminds me of people like that. I really hope this woman doesn't go down that path and faces whatever she's facing, all jokes aside, and gets her life straight. Thought I'd share that story with you. It just reminded me of that. I forgot about that old lady from now. Yeah, like I said, she's probably dead now. Anyway, guys, that was today's Daz Watches. There will be more Daz Watches on the channel coming. Also, I am on TikTok. A lot of you seem to be surprised at that. We've just hit 4.5 million. We're blowing up on there. Come and enjoy the show. I'm doing mini Daz Watches on TikTok now, and they seem to be doing very well. So, join me on TikTok. Like, love, cross my channel. Like, love, cross my TikTok. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay dazzling. Ha!